Hi guys, good day. How are you all doing? I hope you're all doing well. Welcome to my page. This is Gina, and I have somebody here. I have invited somebody to come and share their experiences as an international student in Canada, and so he will be joining us soon. I hope you're all doing great. Okay. Okay, so I am adding this person. So you all stay tuned and let's have this great conversation, okay? Thank you for joining us. Thank you all for joining us. Okay.
Hi.
Hello, man. Ooh, hi,
Hi,
Tanvir.
Gina.
You look great.
Thank you. You look great as well. How are you?
Great. I'm not able to hear you properly. Um,
Um,
your volume is very low.
can you hear me now?
Not really.
Still
I
still
can hear
low?
you, but just a little bit.
Okay, something may be wrong. Let me check 1 second, please.
Yeah, I think try not using your earphones and let's see if it's gonna come clear, okay? Not really. Probably I can rather grab my earphones, I guess.
So is it okay? Should I get my earphones as well? I can use that.
You know what? Just give me a second. Let me grab my earphones, okay?
Me
I
too.
think that will help. Yeah, guys, please give me a second, okay? I'm gonna just grab my earphones to see if I'll be able to hear him properly, okay?
Sure.
I am back. Hello.
Hi, can you hear me now?
Great. I can hear you now.
Great,
Yeah,
great,
it's
great.
better now. Okay. I think, are
No
you using
problem.
your earphones? Okay, good. It's good. Hello.
Yeah.
Great. Awesome. Okay, so guys, thank you for joining us today. I am Gina, and welcome to my page. This is Gina Amy, and I have an international student here who wants to share his experience so far, how he got to Canada, how the process has been, and everything. So do well to send me your messages, and I'm going to read them. Okay. So can you please introduce yourself to us? Can you hear me?
You're breaking. Can I hear
I'm
that question
breaking.
again? Yeah, yeah.
Okay, I'm breaking. Does it sound okay now?
Yeah, now it's
Sounds
okay.
good.
Yeah, sounds good.
Okay, great, awesome. All right, so yeah, can you introduce yourself to us?
So thank you, Gina, for having me here. And myself is Tanvir. I'm an international student in Vancouver, Canada, and I've been staying in Canada for over 7 months now. And yeah,
Hmm.
till now it's a great experience I'm facing, and I'm loving it.
Right. Okay. And guys, whoever is watching us, please do let us know if you can hear us, okay? For some reason, if you're not able to hear us, let us know so that we can correct this before we go on with this conversation. Okay, Tanvir, may I know how you came to Canada? Where are you originally from?
So I'm originally from Bangladesh,
Okay.
and the process starts like after I finish my bachelor. I
Right.
was hoping to get a better degree, so I was willing to pursue my MBA, and I couldn't find any better place to do in Canada because if you, as an international student, if you get your education from an Latin American country or North American countries, it's gonna be very helpful for your future. So
Mm-hmm.
that's how I decided to do my MBA in Canada.
Okay. So, oh, MBA. So it means you already did your bachelor's back home.
I did my bachelor's in Thailand. So
Thailand. Okay.
yes.
Okay. Okay, great. And so what program are you doing in Canada?
So right now I'm doing Masters of Business Administration. It's a
Business
full
admin.
a 2 year course. I'm
2 year
doing it,
course?
yeah, 2 year course, and
Okay.
I'm doing it on University Canada West. It's in
Okay.
downtown,
Mm-hmm.
and yeah, I'm on my third semester now. Yeah, that's
Great.
all, and I'm having my finals exams.
Well, all the best with that. And what program did you do in Thailand?
So basically, back in Thailand, I did my bachelor's on aviation management. So
Okay.
I always had this dream of working in aviation sector, working in
Mm-hmm.
Air Force, working with the airlines,
Okay.
and I did enjoy my bachelor's over there. I did learn a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and it was great learning those uh, values and
Right.
experiences about aviation. And it also helps me with getting to more cultural diversity because in Thailand we have different cultures, which
Mm-hmm.
actually helping me also in Canada.
Okay. So before you came to Canada, you're from Bangladesh, and then you went to do your bachelor's in Thailand, and
Yeah,
then you chose Canada to do your MBA. May
yeah.
I ask why you chose Canada?
So basically, I was looking to get my MBA. If I get my MBA on Thailand, so Thailand has
Mm-hmm.
a rule that you cannot work at the same time you study. So whether you have to
Right.
only study or you
Mm-hmm.
have to work.
Mm-hmm.
And the more advantages that I can get into other Western countries is like Canada is one of my top choices because of the
Right.
living style and the people here, the culture here is very different from different countries. And
Mm-hmm.
I love their cultures, and I have seen that Canadians and all are very hard, welcoming. They're very like supportive, and
Mm-hmm.
all the environment here, the country is also beautiful. So, and the best
Right.
thing is about is cold. I like cold weather.
Okay, I don't like cold. But anyways, I've been here for a while, so I'm pretty good with it now. Okay, did you mention that in Thailand you were not allowed to work as an international student?
Hmm. So
Okay, so
when
you have actually had two experiences in different countries as an international student. You have
yeah,
been to Thailand and you are now in Canada. So you can
yes.
actually share both experiences because on this show, on this conversation, we are looking to get people from all over the world, people who are schooling in other countries besides their home country. Okay, so if you don't mind, I mean, since you're in Canada, we are going to concentrate on Canada. But since you have studied in Thailand, just share a little bit of experience with being in Thailand.
So being in Thailand is good because of there is always summer. The weather is good.
Okay. Oh, it's not cold over there.
It's cold for a month, but that not too much.
That's cool.
Not too much. I
Okay.
think you love
Yeah.
it. You love that country.
I definitely will. Mm-hmm.
And people there, culture there is very humble.
Okay.
They're very humble. They're very welcoming. They will help
Mm-hmm.
you out in any way they can. You ask,
Right.
even there are language barriers, but even you
Mm-hmm.
ask them questions like use Google Translator or any
Mm-hmm.
other translation devices. You can ask them questions, they will help you out. Even if you want to go somewhere and they are going at the same place, they will take you and they will tell you to walk with them. They will show you the streets.
Oh, that's so nice.
So they're very like good
very
people.
receptive, right?
Yeah, very.
That's good. Okay, so what was the last question before I asked this question? What made you choose? Oh, I think you already answered that, right? Why you chose Canada?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so let's come to your application process.
Mhm.
How did you do it? Did you do it by yourself? Did you get an agent to do it for you or a friend? Did you get any guidance with your school application? How did you go about that?
So to apply for Canada, one thing I have I came to know that it's a long process, and we do
Right.
need a lot of paperwork to submit in a proper manner way, so that the immigration officers, they know that everything is in a right order. So I
Right.
actually applied through an agent, as I have very less information about how to apply in Canada. So I want to
Okay.
get the best experience and the best profession, so that
Mm-hmm.
I get the proper help that I need.
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
I don't have make any mistakes on my applications, which
Mm.
will not going to help me getting my visa.
Okay.
And I applied through one of the agency, and they helped out with all the paperwork. But I'm the one who have to get all the paperwork done, because
Mm-hmm.
there are lots of requirement of paperwork needed for
Right.
to
Yeah.
even apply for Canada as a student.
Okay. And with the school that you mentioned that you're schooling in a university called University Canada West.
Yes.
Okay. So the program that you're currently doing or the school you admitted into, did you have to write TOEFL, GMAT, IELTS, or
No, I
did you
have
have
to
to write
do.
anything?
I have to do only IELTS for that,
Okay.
as TOEFL and other GMATs were not required. So
Okay.
I did my IELTS, and I submitted all my degrees before I jump into my MBA. So all the degrees, every paper course, every certifications, I
Mm-hmm.
had to submit them, everything. So
Okay.
the extra English I needed is through the IELTS.
The IELTS. Okay, do you think that with that particular school, so guys, you can take notes of the school if you want to apply for Canada. There are so many schools here, and this is one of the school. Your school is it's not a public school, correct?
Yeah, it's a private school.
It's a private school. Okay. Do you think it's just the requirement for the program you did, or is the writing of the IELTS is just a requirement for the whole school? It doesn't really matter the program you're doing.
As far I remember, through the immigration process, I came to know that I need to have English equivalency. So that
Okay.
means that I have to show something that I'm capable of, um, like engaging with Canadians, engaging with foreigners.
Right.
Um, I have the certificate to talk, like to understand
Mm-hmm.
English, to
Mm-hmm.
get along with everyone. So
Okay.
uh, not the only the university requires that.
Mm-hmm.
The immigration also requires the same thing. So
Requires
immigration
the same
actually
thing.
helps you to get the IELTS
Mm-hmm.
as English proficiency.
Okay. All right. So let's come to the visa application. Do you remember all the documents you submitted for visa application? See, like I mentioned the last time when I had the interview with my friend Priya, I think that
Mm-hmm.
is on my page. Guys, if you haven't seen that, you can go to my page, Gina Amy, to watch that conversation with Priya. She mentioned that what was I saying again? It's about the school and the exams you have to write and all the visa
Mm-hmm.
application. Some people always contact me about visa application. Most people do not know what to expect or what the immigration expects. It's very difficult for people to go online and read to get all the details needed for visa application. So this is also a good opportunity for everybody to also learn. So do you remember the document you submitted for your visa application? and how much you
Uh,
had to, the minimum amount you had to have in your account in
mhm.
order to be granted a visa?
So first of all, they require the degrees. So first of all,
Right, yeah,
I need to match the requirement for the university.
for the
So
yeah.
first thing first, I applied for the university. I got the paper.
Mm-hmm,
Then with those paper, along with my all the expenses, all my bank accounts,
mm-hmm,
all my certifications, whether I have land, whether I have asset, whether I have any any job in my country, who's my family members,
mm-hmm.
their paperwork, who's my sponsor, because I'm not sponsoring myself, my elder brother is sponsoring me.
Okay.
So I have to give his biodata, everything he owns, everything, every asset we have. So
Mm-hmm,
those things matters the most, because
mm-hmm.
if I like to add on this, because if you don't have the enough asset to show to the immigration, it might be look like, okay, this student or this person might not have the ability to stay in Canada, something
Yeah,
like that. So we need to show some proof of funds that
right.
shows the immigration officer that we are capable of living, staying, and doing the expenses in Canada as well.
In Canada. Okay. And you, even though you were sponsored, did you also add any bank? I mean, at the time, did you have a job? Did you have to include your personal banking before, I mean, with the visa application? Because I am asking that because when I remember at the time when I applied, I had a job and I had to include my three most recent pay stubs, right? You need to be able to show them something. You need to be able to prove to them that it's like you're not so desperate in coming to Canada, even if you do not get the visa. You have something doing back home. You have something going on for you, right? So I'm just asking, did you include any information about yourself? I mean, your banking details or your pay stub or pay slip?
Yeah, I had to do it because I was
Mm.
doing a job over there as a
Okay.
full time, and then
Right.
if I'm showing my sponsor along with my bank accounts details, then that's the advantage. So
Mm-hmm.
that's the advantage
Yeah.
in a sense that I have extra money for myself. Even my
Mm-hmm.
sponsor is paying me, but if I show that I have this amount of money to take care of myself as well, then that's
Mm-hmm.
the advantage to the application. So it
Right.
is always better for a student if they
Mm-hmm.
have their personal bank account,
Mm-hmm.
they should show that bank account as well.
Right. Okay. Okay. All right. And then you are here. So obviously everything went on, I mean, was very smooth for you. And then you landed in Canada. Okay.
Yeah,
So
finally.
when you came to Canada, how has it been? Was there any cultural shock? Did you experience, have you had, some ups and downs? Have you had some
Mhm.
challenges? I mean, I being on a no man's land, in a
Yeah.
land where you do not have, probably, do you have family here?
No, no one.
Okay, great. Yeah, just like me. Just like me. Yeah, so like I came here, I didn't know anybody, I didn't have a family, I didn't have friends, I just came. And mostly people are like, Gina, how are you able to travel to a place where you do not know anybody? And I'm like, come on, it's possible. You can also do it, right? So
Yeah,
how was
yeah.
the experience like? I mean, knowing very well that you didn't have a family, you didn't know anybody here. How did you land in Canada? How were you received? Were there any cultural shock? Where did you stay? Did you book a place before coming? Did you get somebody to help you book a place and all of that? Share that with us.
Okay, so my first journey started, and when I landed, I stayed at the Airbnb because at that moment I didn't find any place, and I
Oh,
came
that
at
should be
December.
expensive.
That was expensive, but I couldn't do anything
Oh,
because it's only for 15
yeah.
days, and I came in
Mm-hmm.
December. The
Okay.
first shock I got in Canada is that I'm alone. No one is here. No one
All by
is
yourself,
no all
man.
by
I can
myself,
just
and it's in
imagine.
yeah, it's a new country. I don't know where to go.
Right. Mm-hmm.
And the first funny thing happened with me that I lost my track because I don't have a SIM card. So I went to buy a SIM card, and I
Yeah.
don't have any SIM card or any connection on my phone.
Yeah.
I got lost. in the road.
Oh man. I'm so
And
sorry to hear that.
I was supposed to go Metro Town in Burnaby,
Right,
and
yeah.
then I lost the road and I'm going backward. So
You
I
didn't
asked,
use Google?
I couldn't because I don't have any internet or any SIM card.
Right. Yeah, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
so that's the thing. And I was confused at that time that if I ask someone, random person, will they
Mhm.
feel offended if I stop them, if I ask them?
Yeah.
So I couldn't help myself anyway. So I had to ask someone. So I went
Mm.
there. There was a lady. She was walking her dog, and then I asked her, "Excuse me, ma'am, I need to go this place. I don't have any SIM card or my phone
Mm-hmm.
with me. Can you just tell me
Yeah.
which way?" She
Okay.
was very nice and kind. She
Mm.
showed me her phone and through the maps that you have to go from this side, that side,
Mm.
and that was very helpful. The first help I got
Oh.
is from that lady. I don't know her, but
Oh.
thanks to her.
Yeah.
And
I personally think some Canadians are very, very nice. I mean, sometimes you experience rude people, but I haven't experienced that a lot. You know what?
yeah,
Let me just chip in this story. So about 2 weeks ago, I lost my license. Can you imagine? Yeah, on a
a car
Friday.
license?
Yeah, my car license. On a
Oh
Friday,
no.
I went to the post office and then in the mall, and then I left. And when I got to the office, I realized that my purse was open, right? But I didn't really check whether I had everything intact in there.
Mm-hmm.
And then later on in the evening, I got home and I realized that I lost my license. And I'm like, oh my goodness, among all the cards that were in my purse, I didn't,
You,
neither of them got lost except for my license. And so I didn't know what to do. But I don't know. I felt so relaxed and everything. And then like, I had to call CIBC and
hmm
is it ICBC? I always get confused. So I had to call, I wanted to call them, but for some reason I just delayed. So a week later, my landlord just brought me a small envelope. And I'm like, ooh, what's this? Because I wasn't expecting anything. And then
yeah,
I opened it and there was my license. And the person had written on my license. Look, the person was like, I found this by the roadside and it has your address and everything. So they
yeah,
posted
yeah,
it
yeah.
back to me. And I'm like, oh my goodness,
Oh
Canadians are
God, so good.
they're so good. Yeah, yeah. I was really excited about that. Yeah. So that was just by the way, guys. So yeah, I know sometimes when you get on the bus, it's kind of weird because some people I'm not sure if it's like they're afraid of you or something when they see especially black people. Some are so scared and they don't they look at you in a funny way and they don't want to get close to you, but some are also so nice. I mean, I've come across a few rude people, but
hmm
most of Canadians are so nice. They are so so nice.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they are, they are.
Okay,
And
so mhm.
the other thing that that you're saying that different culture with different colors of skin, they get
Yeah.
anyway by feeling uncomfortable around other people or not. I have seen some similar things, but not all. But I can say that on an average, 90% I have seen, they're very like friendly. They're all
Friendly,
friendly
right?
to everyone. Like the
Mm-hmm.
other 10% I can see sometimes by the face expressions, as you can
Mm-hmm.
see, other
Mm-hmm.
people they might feel uncomfortable
Yeah.
to see other different color of people or different culture because the way we dress up, the way we look, the way
Mm-hmm.
we approach is is new to them. It's different, so they might be
Yeah.
wondering that how their culture works. So
Yeah.
probably there's a cultural lacking. I can
Right.
say that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why maybe they feel uncomfortable.
Okay. Okay, that's enough. Let's go to your school. When you started
Sure.
school, you went to class. Obviously, you meet so many people. How was the reception like? How were you able to adapt to the new schooling? Schooling, okay, for myself, schooling in Ghana as compared to schooling in Canada, I, I feel like there's much difference
hmm
because when I started schooling, it wasn't easy for me, honestly. I'm not gonna lie. It wasn't easy for me because everything was, it was so overwhelming. I actually like for my first year, the I think there was a course that I had to repeat because man, the system of education was quite different for
Yeah,
me.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, so it was a little bit difficult, but as I climbed up, it was becoming a little easier and easier until I graduated. So how would you compare schooling in Canada to schooling in your country?
Um, I can say that the country I came from, the
Yeah.
schooling system is not as advanced as Canada.
Canada, right?
And when I came to Canada, I learned a lot of new things, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
way to do your assignments, like through online, which
Yeah,
we don't have back in our country. We have to do all paper. We do have
all
online, but
paperwork.
not as advanced as here. Like we do
Yeah,
here, Top Hat quizzes. We do McGraw-Hill. We have eConnect. We have
yeah,
those things. We have ebooks as well.
yeah,
So that's a very different thing, but it made education kind of easy to
mm-hmm.
access. Rather than
Right.
going to the store buying a book, we can just sit on your
Okay.
computers and we can get that.
Mm-hmm.
And the professors in Canada, I could say they're very, very, very professional. They
Yeah,
know what they're doing, what they're
they're
teaching.
doing
Sometimes
right.
when I need help, they're out of their time. They help me as well. So
Mm-hmm.
I think Canada is much way advanced than my country if I
But what
compare.
about the students you met in your class?
Well, I was very like kind of scared at the first time that whether I'm gonna make some friends or not. But
Yeah.
we are in my class. I have the first semester I had to do online, so no
Okay.
friends that I have to meet in person. I didn't meet any
Mm-hmm.
friends in person, so I
Anybody?
made a group. So we have
Mm-hmm.
to do group assignments. We have to be in groups. From that,
Mm-hmm.
I know some people. Luckily, I had a very good group, and then from there, we are still together. So I
Oh,
made
that's good.
few friends every semesters, and we're still in touch. So everyone here is like every friend I got here, we're still connected.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, I
Yes.
remember when I came, you meet people in, I mean, when you go to class, you have to form groups where you'll be
Yeah.
given projects and assignments, and you have to do it together. And there was so much pressure on me
Mm-hmm.
because it's like you're so quick in doing all the assignments,
Mm-hmm.
and by the time probably we are five in a group, and everybody has been given a particular area to complete, for the
Yeah.
whole project. And you realize that people have completed their project and you haven't reached anywhere. And it was just crazy
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
it
Yeah.
was I mean, back home um, we had groups, we did assignments together, but everything here was too fast for me,
Mm-hmm.
until after a while before I was able to adapt to the whole situation, right?
Yeah.
So,
That's true.
yeah, it got to a time, honestly, in my first semester, my first year, no, I won't say my first year, my first semester in Canada, I wasn't that happy because I didn't have,
Mm-hmm.
family here. And so sometimes it's overwhelming and you don't know who to talk to, you don't know who to
Yeah.
speak
Yeah. Yeah.
to.
No.
So, yeah,
And you
but I
cannot share
mean,
this with your family as well. Like you
yeah.
don't like sometimes I feel very alone. Sometimes I'm like I
Yeah,
can't study anymore. I can't
you
talk to
can't.
people. Like, I need to get
Yeah.
to back home.
Mm-hmm.
And then back home when you have your parents, you don't want to let them know that you are in a position where you're feeling sad, you're not
Yeah.
eating properly. We don't
Yeah.
want to give tense to our parents. But we all, I think, in certain times we all go. Yeah, I can hear you now.
Hello. Sorry, I think my stuff froze. Can you hear
No
me?
problem. Yeah, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, great. Okay. Did you finish talking? I
Yeah,
think
I
my
did.
battery.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, great. So, um, talking about all these things, how would you conclude? Has it, is it worth it? Oh, I mean, I know you're still in school, you're not out of school yet. I am done with school long time. But so far, are you currently working? Do you work?
Yes, I'm working part-time
Okay.
right now.
Okay, part-time, right? You're just
Yeah.
allowed 20 hours a week,
Yeah, only
right?
20 hours a week.
Oh, only 20. Yeah, and one thing I would like to let you know is that, you know, we are required as an international student, we are all required to do 20 hours a week. And then we're also required to do, is it 9 credits a semester? 9 credits.
Yeah,
You can
credits a
do more
semester.
than that, but it shouldn't be less than 9 credits,
Yeah, it has to be,
right?
it can't be less. Yeah.
Yeah. Is it 6 credits or nine? No, 9 credits, right? Yeah.
I
And
don't
if you
know the
go,
requirement. Like,
you don't know. Yeah, if
I,
you go, if you do not abide by that, it's things like after school, you might find difficulties in getting the document you need. So
mm-hmm.
this is just to let anybody who is a Canadian, who is currently an international student in Canada watching me, to know that whatever requirement your school gives you, or whatever is the immigration requirement, do make sure that you abide by that. Okay,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
that you wouldn't have to face any issues or any problems after school. Yeah, yeah, that is
got it.
just by the way. Yeah. And also, so the requirements, yes, make sure you are doing things right, make sure you're not getting into troubles, make sure you're not um, having any issues with immigration. Okay, and when you are done with school, you find things very easy. Okay, yeah, and did you want to ask any questions? I think somebody
Um,
texted me. You know what? Let me just read a text from somebody who wanted to ask a question about schooling in Canada. Somebody texted, I want to read. I want to know if schools in Canada require any examination for both first degree and master's degree. Okay, so this is a question that somebody asked for both the master's degree and first degree. So I just want to let you know that it depends on the school. Some schools do not require anything. Okay, yeah, I know of few of my friends who came to schools and the school didn't really require anything. They just had to apply with whatever certificates they have from back home and they got admission. They didn't have to write anything. So it depends on the school you are going, it depends on the program you will be doing. Okay, so it's yeah, it's just about the schools. And is there anything you would like to add up? Is there anything um, okay. Yeah. Is there anything you would like to add up? I
I'd
think
like
you've
to add
given.
add up
Mhm.
add up on this question is that thank you for your question, and the
Yeah.
question actually answers in such a way that, as you said, the some university. So when I was applying, I didn't apply for only one university. I applied for at
Okay.
least 4 or 5 universities
Right.
to get the more chances out of my luck. So I
Mm-hmm.
applied to one of the university which actually required examination. So yeah, I have to give an exam when I
Mm-hmm.
land in Canada. I have to give an
Okay.
exam. So it's a pre-entry exam that I have to give it to the university. And
Mm-hmm.
if I can pass that exam, they will give me courses to
Mm-hmm.
learn first. Then they will put me in the semesters. So it's like a
Okay.
foundation course, as you can say. So depending
It's a
on
fun.
your,
Oh, yeah.
yeah.
Oh, I got you. Yeah, I understand what you mean. I am
Mm-hmm.
trying to get something to charge my phone. I think my battery is running low. I
Hello?
have. Hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, great. Was I speaking too low? I'm
No,
sorry,
no, it's
guys. I'm
okay.
sorry.
No, no,
Okay.
it's okay.
Yeah, I think some schools do that. They can give you admission with a very like not the program that you desire to do, right? But they can help you with any minimal program, like probably like a certificate program. And after
Mm-hmm.
you are done with that, you get admission into, they can give you a higher program like a master's degree or
Yeah, yeah.
whatever program is available. Yeah, I think
Yes, yes.
some schools do. I have a question from Cynthia. She says, can you do your master's with second class lower from Ghana? Absolutely, you can. You can. You can do that. Yeah, there are so many schools that you get admission, but it depends on the program that you want to do, Cynthia. If the program requires a particular standard of, your GPA, it depends. It depends on the program. So there are some GPAs that you might not be able to use to do a particular program, a particular course, okay? But there are some courses that can admit you with even that GPA. So yeah, I think even with second class lower, you can still do, because I know people who did that. Okay, yeah. So I hope your question is answered, Cynthia. Thank you for joining us all, guys. I really do appreciate you. I'm not sure if anybody has any other questions, but I think it's been good so far. I'm not also very sure if we've put all the information or all the questions out there, but like I always tell you guys, I just began this. I'm a beginner. And yeah, we'll keep improving on what I'm doing. I will keep improving on what I'm doing. So if you have questions, do well to inbox me, send me your questions, and I'll do well to answer them all. And Tanvir, my honorable guest.
Thank you.
Oh man, thank you so much for joining me.
No problem.
Thank you
It's
so
very
much
great
for
to have you
showing up
here.
when I told you about this.
No
Yeah,
problem.
so I think that's it. So far, so good. I think Canada has been a very great place. If you are if you're in Philippines, if you're schooling anywhere in the world as an international student, if you're a Ghanaian and you have gone to India to school, tell me, contact me, text me, let's arrange a conversation and let's do this. If you're a Nigerian and you have gone to South Africa to school as an international student, do well to inbox me. And everybody watching me, guys, I would really appreciate it if you can support me by following my page, that is Gina Amy, and do share my videos. Invite your friends and your family to watch my videos as well. Okay, I just started this group, this page. It hasn't been, it's been a few weeks, and I am hoping to grow this page. So do well to follow me and do share my videos. And I really appreciate all the support and the love you're showing me and all the encouragement. Tanvir, thank you. Is there anything you would like to say? And or
No,
that's it.
Thank you for having me here on this
Okay.
call, and thank you for being such a good friend and guide me sometimes with your
Yes.
experiences. And
Yes.
also, please follow Gina. She's really helpful and she helps me a lot as well. And thank you, Gina, for having me here again. Thank you.
You're welcome. My pleasure. Okay, so guys, now bye. I think I'll do this live video again, probably within this week, if not, maybe on the weekend. So thank you all for watching, and thank you so much for joining me this afternoon in Canada. So good morning, good day, good evening, wherever you're watching. Thank you, Tanvir. Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.